of Adelaide in South Australia turns out as troops of mounted police lead a big parade through the streets in an all-out welcome for Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh. No camera angle is missed. At St. Peter's Cathedral in Adelaide, a simple service is held, and loyal subjects join with their Queen in prayer. Afterwards, the Bishop of Adelaide, carrying his ecclesiastical staff, escorts the royal couple as they prepare to say farewell. The Queen's visit to the Commonwealth is nearly over, but Australians will never forget. A mighty new aircraft carrier joins the French fleet. She's the Bois Belleau, lent by the United States. An aircraft elevator brings the ship's officers to the flight deck for inspection in Toulon Harbor before the ship leaves for Indochina. 1,200 men are needed to sail the carrier. The ceremony is watched by American officers who see a display of precision marching. A final handshake and the Bois Belleau is bound for Indochina. At the University of California at Los Angeles, students from 75 colleges gathered to debate world issues in their own United Nations Assembly, with 750 collegians acting as delegates. The delegates are called to order, their costumes, and to the realistic atmosphere as they discuss actual international troubles to learn about UN procedures and the problems facing the World Organization. India maintains stoic calm, while the Saudi Arabian delegate has his say. Naturally, Russia objects, but he's from UCLA, and he gets a good hand. The United States, however, wins the vote of the other delegates in the Collegiate United Nations. The mummified remains of a 10-year-old Inca child is found perfectly preserved in an ice-packed cave in the Andes of Chile. Dressed in a sleeveless woolen robe, the mummy has soft black hair worked in hundreds of thin pigtails. The face is in repose. The plain bracelet is of heavy silver. The moccasins of guanaco leather with colorful embroidery. The child is the best preserved human form from such a distant age, a link to the time before Columbus discovered a new world. At Hollywood's Pantages Theater, it's the motion picture industry's Night of Nights, and the film capital's top stars turn out for the annual presentation of the coveted Oscars. The team of Sammy FAIN and Paul Francis Webster receives the Songwriting Award for Secret Love, sung by Doris Day in Warner Brothers' Calamity Jane. The Irving THALBERG Award for Distinguished Accomplishment goes to George Stevens, director of the forthcoming Warner film Giant. Donna Reed is honored for the best performance by a supporting actress for her role in From Here to Eternity. Frank Sinatra wins another of the 8 Oscars captured by the film, as he is named the top male supporting player. Switching cross-country to the Center Theater in New York, Audrey Hepburn accepts her statuette for the best performance by an actress as the lovely princess in Roman Holiday. Back in Hollywood, William Holden is called forward to receive the Oscar for the top male performance. His portrayal of the hard-bitten war captive in Stalag 17. Filmdom's Academy Awards honor the industry's brightest stars. The Variety Clubs International presents its annual Humanitarian Award at a banquet concluding the organization's 4-day convention in Dallas. Several hundred persons are on hand for the presentation ceremonies. Dr. Carl Friedrich Meyer, a pioneer in the search for a polio vaccine, accepts the award plaque for his long and distinguished service to science. The Variety Clubs International honors one of America's leaders in the fight against polio.
Some interesting fashion sidelights show that diamonds are still fashionable, on garters anyway, in Paris, where almost any different style goes if it's different. Underneath the short cloak, she wears a bathing suit. Overhead, a straw sun hat, but an old basket will do. And also for beaching is this cloak and pigtail hat. Don't forget to wear a bathing suit underneath. But for really avoiding sunburn, this is the outfit. New for Paris, but old for America, where we call them red flannels. It still beats beachwear, but we're wondering whether this style came from Paris or from Mars. Yep, it's going to be a little confusing on the sand this summer. The cream of the nation's college basketball crop clash in the East-West game in New York. The East 5 draws first blood. The West storms back as brilliant Bobby Leonard of Indiana finds the range with a long set. The East's Ramsey drives through. But Leonard, later voted the game's most valuable player, directs the West's attack with poise and polish. Here he pops from the outside. The crowd of almost 18,000 sees some slick passing by Leonard. In slow motion, he flips to Dick Farley, an Indiana teammate who drives in for the basket. With the score knotted in the last quarter, Arnie Short of Oklahoma City puts the West out front. Illinois' Johnny Kerr tries a hook, and it seems the Westerners can do no wrong. East rooters are glum as Short ripples the course. The red-hot Short pumps in another two-pointer, and the West is ahead for good. Climaxing a spectacular scoring spree that shatters all records for the Cage Classic, the underdog West 5 upsets the Eastern Stars 103-95 in an all-American thriller.